welcome to the Oath Overwatch Finals. I am Amnesia, otherwise known as Jackson, and this is Chris, otherwise known as K-Storm. I am very excited to be here. How about you, Chris?
Oh yeah, no, I'm ecstatic to be here, honestly. You know, it's a great event. I'm really excited to see what everybody does today as well, and everybody's going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited. For anybody watching who maybe watches the Valorant side, I am normally a Valorant caster. I cast Oath Valorant throughout the season, but I'm here helping with Overwatch, and we'll be able to cast Overwatch today. And I will say, apologies for the big delay there. We had some trouble getting people signed in, but we are good to go and are getting ready to get into our first game, which, as you know, is going to be Ember versus Glitch. Do you have any thoughts on these two teams?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it. You know, Ember, they are 7-1 right now. The only team they did lose to was Glitch as well, too. So a lot of backstory there between these two teams and a lot of, competition between them both. What about you?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I know Glitch is one of those teams that they're a very flexible team, usually pretty strong supports to back them up there. But Ember also, very, very strong team. We were talking earlier, Lazy Titan on Wrecking Ball, being able to stall out points for super long, definitely maybe be able to see that again. So I'm definitely very excited to see it. First map will be Oasis, which, as you know, control map.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite game mode in Overwatch. What are your thoughts on that?
I really enjoy control. It's a lot, it takes a lot to win control because you have to hold that point and you just have to continue holding it. There's a lot of team fights, a lot of opportunities to take the point back and forth. It's pretty good. I enjoy control a lot, so I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, and I really like Oasis. I used to be a D.Va player back when I was playing Overwatch a lot. And I feel like, and again, I'm Valorant guy, so if I get something wrong about like current Overwatch meta or something, that is on me. If I say something wrong, my fault, my apologies. But I used to be a D.Va player, and I felt like Overwatch was a pretty good map for D.Va, so I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I just play DPS whenever I play Overwatch, so I usually go hit scan, just take out any FARs in there, any Mercies, Pharmacy, the usual stuff. I do dwell a little bit in tank, and I agree D.Va's just amazing, so.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be interesting to see the kind of different compositions because, in Overwatch, there's I would say, game pretty balanced in terms of, like, no broken heroes. Probably no one we're just going to see every single game. I know we were talking about earlier, Kiriko, specifically with that Suzu, being able to cleanse basically everything and get that heal, definitely a very strong ability. Or Baptiste Lamp, being able to render them pretty much unkillable unless they break it.
Yeah.
So definitely some strong support abilities. I think those would be two characters that we might be able to see a lot. But yeah, we'll get to see, coming in on Oasis, get to see our first few picks. Lazy Titan on that Wrecking Ball on Ember. We were just talking about it. That is going to be very, very impressive for Glitch, especially with the fact that he's like, Wrecking Ball doesn't, his job isn't to get eliminations, right? Yeah. His job is to kind of swing around, distract him, take aggro, but you can see Crovoid on Glitch is playing Reaper, which I feel like is a very good counter to that, to be able to do a lot of damage to Ball in that close range really quickly. But we will get straight into this game. Lazy Titan already in there on Wrecking Ball, just going into that backline here, getting a lot of damage done. The rest of Ember showing up, trying to get this team fight underway.
There you go. Lazy Titan gets the opening pick on Hoback himself there. We're going to see Funtime get taken out by Dapper as well. The Immortal getting destroyed by Dapper too. He takes out Crovoid too, just to make sure that, they can take that point off. Pressurins actually takes out Mr. Mister as well, and it's Ember taking first point.
Yeah, and you can already start to see exactly what we were kind of talking about with Lazy Titan there, just being able to get in there, swing in there, make some distractions, force Crovoid off of everybody else, and to have to focus on that ball. So then you see Dapper just come around, able to get 2, even 3.
Exactly, yeah. And there he goes again. He's just going to jump in there and try to do as much damage as he can. Low Reaper and Dapper getting 2 picks there. Both DPS is down already. We do see Reinhardt just kind of walking around in that back line there, trying to take some space. Dapper taking out the Immortal. There we go. Reinhardt jumping straight in now. Dapper
able to take out the
getting
Kiriko.
Fun time taking out Reaper and Dapper taking out Hoback. Oh, Pressurance gets a nice shot on Reinhardt. That will be another team fight.
Being able to take out that Kiriko initially was big,
Yeah.
but then you just see Ember kind of come back and are able to just keep the pressure going onto Glitch and not let them gain anything there.
Yeah.
And especially that res from Pineapple coming up on the Kiriko. So entire team on site here. Still, now 60% taken on that point. Nothing for Glitch yet.
Ultimate. Really good ult, too. That's actually a really good job. Pressurance taking Galactic out. Dapper taking out Hoback. We do see the Wrecking Ball trying to take out this Reaper here. Doesn't really get that kill, though. Dapper taking out Funtime, trying to punch the Reaper. Reaper almost takes him out, but Pressurance saves him.
Yeah, Dapper doing a great job right here of just trying to avoid everything and get those picks. Mercy there doing a great job. Pineapple doing a great job keeping Dapper alive in that fight. And Lazy Titan doing Lazy Titan things.
Exactly.
And just able to continue holding him off here. But Glitch doing a great job of still being able to try to get some pressure in. They're doing a really good job of getting some pressure. And you will see that Hanzo will come out from Ember, which is able to take out Hoback. And a team kill very quickly there for Ember, securing them a 100-0 on that first map of Oasis, gaining Ember the first point.
Yep. And it's a really good job by Ember there, just holding them in. You know, Wrecking Ball just continuously going in. He gets, you know, the maximum amount of shield because he had all 5 people around him, slamming them down and knocking them up in the air, throwing off their aim a whole bunch and just distracting everybody too. It's a really good job from Lazy Titan. Dapper was getting a whole bunch of picks as well. The supports are doing a really good job keeping their team alive, making sure Wrecking Ball did not get taken out as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see how because we're still in Oasis, but you know, there's different there's different sub maps, I like to call them.
Yeah.
So on this map, with you know that high ground being there and different spots to sit, it will be a little harder for Lazy Titan to kind of start making as much space, even with all the small corners. You know, Ember going down that corridor right now. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how Glitch is going to be able to fight here. And as we see, Funtime Cold able to get 2. Crowvoid able to take out that Kiriko too. As I was talking about, Glitch already able to make some great headway here at the beginning, able to take out most of Ember's players, and is going to start off securing that point, gaining themselves some headway on this map.
That was a really good job by them too, and you know, Ball did manage to get out alive, but that's okay because he had to run away from them. Ball just going ahead and slamming onto Baptiste, trying to take him out, takes him off that top ground there, you know, punching him in the back. They're trying to get him to 0 HP, take him out. Does not get it though, he's just running around.
Lucio 1 HP. Able to live that though, but Dapper is able to take down 2 of them. Pressure also able to secure the kill onto Hoback. Dapper and Lazy Titan finishing off that team fight, being able to take out Glitch. Glitch managing to get 30% out on that point, but Ember has now secured it for themselves and is going to start gaining this back. And now we're going to be able to see if they can do what they did last round and just continue holding this off. But Hoback with a fantastic Lucio boop to take Lazy Titan off the side of the map, and are now going to really quickly try to take this point with no tank to help them, but pressure.
Getting 2, that's a really good job on his part. Dapper trying to take out Mr. Mister, just holding down the trigger on him. Immortal does come out and he gets saved by it. Pressure's taking it out. Mr. Mister taking him out as a trade there. Funtime throwing out his Hammer Strike, trying to get anybody that he can. Kiriko using her ability to make sure that nobody dies. Dapper taking Mr. Mister out, and Funtime taking out Pineapple for a good trade. Lazy Titan is back though, does take the Reinhardt out, and Crowvoid is just cleaning up the ground now.
Crowvoid really just taking them all out, that's 2. But now, as we were talking about, Lazy Titan is going to be able to hold a lot of pressure there, and of course pressure comes in and is able to help clean that up, keeping that site secure, trying to keep Glitch off of it as much as possible, because as long as Ember stays on that point, if there's even just one player, Glitch cannot capture it. So they're just trying to gain that as much as possible. But really good Funtime Cold with a great shatter there, able to take out Pineapple and Pressure. That is a support and a DPS down there, and is going to take out the Kiriko. No support. No supports remaining, but Dapper doesn't even need healing. He's going to be able to take them out.
Everybody out.
He's going to be able to take them out themselves.
This is crazy. Good job.
Both supports taken out for Ember. Still 3 players remaining for Glitch, but Dapper does not care and is able to just sit there on 15 HP and clean Glitch up, holding them to 99%. Now stuck in overtime. Is Ember going to be able to hold them off?
Oh my gosh, they get another touch. Glitch is just cleaning
But
up.
Void able to take out 2 there.
Pressure gets a double as well. Pineapple reses Dapper, and Funtime does take out Pressurance, but gets taken out by Dapper.
And it looks like that will secure that point there. Ember taking the second one, a 2-0 for Ember, winning them the first round of this best of 3.
That is crazy. Dapper just, wow. That was a really good job on Dapper there, just making sure they did not lose that point. Came in clutch hugely for his team.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, seeing this play here from Pressure, able to do so much utility with that Glitch, able to, Ember, able to force off and be able to take them out there. So definitely a great showing from Ember there. We saw pretty much everybody on their team doing a really great job. Both supports, the Kiriko and the Mercy, both doing exactly what they're supposed to do. That Suzu getting a lot of value, being able to, you know, cleanse almost everything. But the Shatter from Funtime Cold there at the end, able to knock down the Kiriko, so not able to use that Suzu on the Shatter, and is able to get something going there. But Lazy Titan just doing a great job of keeping the pressure with that ball throughout all of it. As we were talking about earlier, Lazy Titan was doing that throughout the season and continues to do that, just able to keep pressure on there.
Yeah, and I mean, it was expected from Dapper to pull out the ball, but that was amazing. A really good, or not Dapper, I'm sorry.
Lazy Titan.
Lazy Titan, thank you. You know, it was a really good job on his part to do that. He did amazing. Everybody did amazing. You know, Glitch did have a lot of pressure. They just weren't able to take the point, unfortunately. You know, and they did get 30% on the second time there, so, you know, they started warming up.
They were getting a lot of good pressure in there. Yeah. And as you were talking about with Dapper, really crazy play there at the end. I know we kind of just saw it, but, like, just to talk about it again, both supports go down, and they're just stuck at 15 HP, no healing, and was able to just clean that up and gain Ember that game. So definitely very impressive performance from everyone. And our second map will be Havana, our payload map here, going from control to an escort map. So what are your thoughts on kind of changing it up here?
So personally, I like Havana a lot. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorite maps to play. It's a really good map. You know, there's a lot of high ground that you can take, a lot of angles that you can hold, and, you know, being a hit skin, I hold angles a whole bunch. So.
Yeah, I used to play Ashe all the time, so that was definitely a big fun map for me. And when I'd pick Widow, you know, especially on the before they get to first point, whenever you can just sit up in that high ground and just keep shooting down on them, especially with Ember having such an impressive team that they do on a control map. That was great for them, but then coming to an escort map is going to be different because obviously you're not holding, you're having to push something. And Lazy Titan, great at making space, and that's exactly what your tanks are designed to do, especially Wrecking Ball. You're going to want to make that space and get your team forward, get that payload forward, and that's exactly what I expect Ember to do there, is sit the few on point and just try to gain as much space as possible.
Exactly, yeah, and we might see a tank change from Glitch. I think the Reinhardt's really good, especially on Havana, but if they do want to make more space, we might see a switch. I don't know, because Reinhardt can be good at making space if he can get far enough and if you do have a support with him, but you have to have a support with him, whereas Wrecking Ball, you go in, you know, if you get all 5 around you, you get a huge shield bonus, you know, and so...
And again, with Dapper and Crovoid being able to sit behind you, you can gain so much value off of that, being able to take out pretty much everybody on Glitch.
Yeah. And, It's really nice too, especially whenever you do have somebody like Dapper just kind of cleaning up and everybody doing their part. You know, the support's doing really good for both teams as well.
Yeah.
Like Hoback did get killed, you know, unfortunately, but whenever they were alive, they were healing a whole bunch. You know, their speed boosts were helping a ton. They did touch point last, and you know, secure that overtime for them.
Yeah, they were doing a great job of keeping the pressure on there and trying to hold that overtime out. But, you know, whenever you're just kind of going in like one by one, then it definitely makes it a lot harder. They're trying to keep it as much as possible, but all the pressure from Ember. But as we were talking about before, Glitch, the one game they have won was against Ember, and it's not over. It is a best of 3. So we're not going to play control every single time. So you can tell Ember is definitely very dominant on control, but maybe Glitch is going to come out here on Havana and start making a lot more pressure towards Ember, able to kind of take that ball out and get some things rolling.
Yeah. And this could be what Glitch needs. We don't know. Glitch might be a lot better on a payload game mode rather than a control game mode. I know personally I'm a lot better on payload game mode because I don't know why. I just can't really hold points. So I definitely can see where that is a possibility, and anything can happen as well.
Yeah.
Not only that, but, you know, Glitch is the youngest team here. So,
yeah, that is true.
A lot of really young talent on their team. They're one of the youngest teams that Oath has ever had as well. I believe their age average was, 14 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they're really young. It's a really young team. There's a lot of really young talent on their team. And I'm honestly excited to see them play, especially right now too, especially how young they are. And Ember just dominant as ever. Every season we've seen Ember just kind of cook.
Let Ember cook.
And so they're doing really good. Glitch is doing really good as well. And Glitch, as we did say earlier, is the only team to beat Ember, so it could happen again.
Yeah, and as you were kind of talking, looking at the team comps again, obviously seeing Lazy Titan on that ball again, Dapper on that Soldier 76, being able to follow up on pretty much everything, and then Pressure, obviously putting a lot of pressure on to the enemy team and able to get a lot of value. The Ember lineup is pretty much the same in terms of composition. They know what they know how to do, and they do it well. But Glitch, we are going to see Galactic Rose on that Sojourn again, but we will see Crovoid switch from the Reaper to the Bastion. So that is going to be an interesting switch up there to see how much value that gets. And we're going to get straight away Lazy Titan already in their spawn, just making as much space as possible, poking that Reinhardt from the back there. Funtime Cold getting down really low, being healed by the rest of the team, but still sitting at half HP, just trying to make whatever happen. Pressure's going to try to force that Bastion out, and Dapper will finish the kill with a nice Helix rocket there. Funtime Cold is able to take out Pineapple and Dapper, though, which is going to take out a lot of pressure from Ember, having only the Pressure and Lazy Titan left to be able to make as much space as possible, but that Reinhardt is 1 HP trying to force pressure out there, but Lazy Titan comes back and is able to kind of save them there.
Yeah, we do see the res go onto Pressure. Dapper taking out Galactic Rose too. Corvoid left at around 100 HP and Pressure taking him out as well. Lazy is 75% to his ult. He's doing, you know, a lot of poke damage onto this enemy team. Funtime just kind of runs in there, almost gets taken out, but the Immortal does save his life. Dapper taking that out for his team. We do see Pressure actually popping his ult and taking out Hoback now. Lazy Titan using his ult too, taking out Mr. Dapper getting taken out, or taking out Funtime. Lazy Titan taking out Galactic, Crovoid trading for Dapper, and Pressure taking out Crovoid, which is a team kill.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good trades coming out here. And as we were talking about before, Ember doing a really good job of putting pressure. They're showing it here. We were talking about how maybe they go from an escort, go from control to escort, how it's going to change.
Oh, and we do see a hammer slam.
There's the Shatter that's able to knock down two. The Kiriko also goes down. No Suzu there. Funtime Cold just trying to make something happen, but the Kiriko does teleport out. A lot of trades coming out, but Ember is coming out on top here. Pressure able to take out 3 on Cassidy there. And Pineapple able to get the res on the Kiriko, setting Glitch down yet again. Only 2 minutes remaining for Glitch to make something happen. Ember doing a great job just holding this payload in their spawn and not letting Glitch get anything. I don't think Lazy Titan's even died yet.
I don't think so either. And Lazy Titan almost has, halfway through to a second ult here. Pressure almost has his second ult. Dapper has an ultimate, and so really good job on their part. They're just holding them in now, just making sure that they can't really move. Crowvoid using his ultimate now, trying to get that off.
There's that Bastion ult though!
Good trade on his part.
That is going to shut down Pressure, which is going to be great for Glitch because Pressure was putting a lot onto them. But Dapper, using that tack visor, is able to take out 3.
3 people.
Gets Galactic Rose, Mr. and Chronovoid, but Funtime Cold is still there to make some pressure. But Dapper is able to shut that down as well. Ember still holding this in their spawn.
Yeah, good revive by Pineapple there, making sure that Ember does have all 5 alive once again. Good job on Dapper's part with that ultimate. We do see the window come out and Immortal come off too. They're starting to push this point once again. Mr. taking out Pineapple. And we do see a hammer come off. Gets a double there. A double slam. We do see Galactic using his beam to take out Dapper now. Ultimate does come out. Pressure taking out Hellback and using his ultimate, trying to get anybody there. Proximity Mine taken out by Galactic so they can push up a little more.
Yeah, Sojourn here trying to make some pressure.
And Galactic using his beam to try to take out anybody. Crowvoid gets the kill on Pressure with the grenade. Glitch is pushing this point now and getting it through. Crowvoid gets taken out by Dapper. Pineapple gets the res off and ultimate off too, making sure that his whole team or her whole team can stay alive. Reaper taking out Funtime and Pressure taking out Mr. It is overtime for this point. Dapper taking out Galactic on the point. We do see the Kiriko come out and it is a team kill.
Definitely a great shutdown there for Glitch. Able
job.
to hold that overtime out for Ember. Not a single point taken. Now all Ember has to do is just put pressure onto Glitch and be able to just push that just a little bit out there.
Yeah, and really good hold by Ember. Good job by Glitch for getting that point off at that final section there and trying to get it forward. Ember did just hold them there, and they had a lot of ultimates that they used at the very last fight, and that did turn that round for them. Yeah, for them there, making it to where they don't really have to push it too far to get the victory. So Glitch is going to have to do a really good job on holding them to secure this game.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to see the comps relatively stay the same, but Funtime Cold is now on that Sigma, and we will see Galactic Rose pull out Widow, which is what I was talking about at the beginning of the game, and how I love playing Widow on the first point of this map. And that's pretty much all they have. They just have to hold this initial first area and can't let Ember get anything. So being able to pull that Widow, if Galactic Rose can just be really oppressive against Ember here, then that is going to get a ton of value, especially being able to take out people like the Kiriko and like Dapper on the Cassidy now.
Yeah, and Lazy Titan just going straight in. Galactic getting an opening pick on Dapper. Really good job on his part. Lazy Titan going straight up to the back line to try to take them all off.
Oh, he's going to shove them out!
Ground. He shoves them off and leaves the supports up there. The sleep coming off onto him. Really good job. Galactic taking out Reaper as well now. Do you see that?
Lazy Titan doing a good job of putting pressure onto that Widow to try to force him out, but Galactic Rose is still able to take one out. Crowvoid also coming back and taking out Pineapple, but there's still 2 behind him. Pressure and Lazy Titan are there. Pressure able to take out 2. Ember trying to force them. Glitch is going to have to stay on that payload. Yeah. And Pressure able to take out Hellback too.
Takes out
Funtime Cold and is able to force everybody off of that payload. All Ember has to do is just keep it pushing, and that will be it there for Ember.
Ember wins that game. Really good job. I mean, the Widow was just cooking too. I mean, good job on everybody's part. Widow was getting some really good picks, but it did come down to, Titan going into that back line there and just cleaning up.
Yeah, and as you see right here too, just pressure, being able to get in the back line and just get so much value is crazy. And that's what we saw. Ember just doing a great job as a team. Lazy Titan, obviously, really good on that ball, able to make space, able to make pressure, able to get a ton of value off of that. And then Dapper and Pressure just sitting there on the DPS they know best, on the Cassidy, on the Reaper, on the Soldier 76, able to just get all that value, and then the Kiriko and the Mercy being able to sit there and help them all through that. So Ember just showing that they are such a strong team, going 2-0 in this series. Great job from them.
Yeah, and it was a really good job. We won't see the hybrid, but all is good. We might see it in future matches, But Ember did get both maps. Havana, it looked like they practiced Havana a lot and just practiced getting into that backline. And so really good job on them.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that they knew what they were doing there. And as we saw at the end there, Glitch was doing a great job of continuing to put pressure there. And Galactic Rose on that Widowmaker doing a great job.
Yeah.
And that will be it for that best of 3. Good job to Ember for winning that 2-0. We are going to go to a brief break to get the other teams out here. But don't go anywhere. We got a ton more Overwatch for the rest of the day. And we have the Open later, where you will get to see a bunch of different teams also get to compete each other, which I'm very excited for. My own team, Oklahoma State, is going to be playing. So don't go anywhere. Yeah, don't go anywhere. And stay there for that. We will see you then.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second match. My name is Murph. I'm Imperium. This is the Oath Spring 2023 season. I almost said 2022. That's not the right year. Lol. And now we're going to be having Glitch versus Croutons for our second match. How you doing, Imperium?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing darn good. It's a fun event. A lot of people here today. Big venue, and it just reminds me of how much Oath has grown over the past several years and how much we have developed as a community as a whole. And I'm really there for that, 100%.
Absolutely. Just like you mentioned, the growth. I remember seeing a couple years ago, got to take part in one of the final games, and it was a room significantly smaller than this one with probably a quarter of the turnout. So it has really grown the last few years. But I'm really excited for today's game. Right now we got Croutons versus Glitch coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of growth, we've had an incredible season this year. We've seen teams, especially Glitch and especially Croutons, change so dramatically from week 1 to week 8 and so on and so forth. We've had 2 weeks since then to get here to the playoffs. And it's been incredible watching these kids grow and become better players as a whole.
Absolutely. We've seen teams like Glitch especially be able to come together extremely well, work on their teamwork, and have a really strong showing. We saw on the match before this one, they worked super well together, had some amazing plays, and it worked extremely well. And now we got the Croutons coming up too. Really exciting.
The Croutons have had a complete total transformation. I remember in the first few weeks questioning just how much better this team could get because I know that they had the skill to do it. I know that they had the players to do it. They just weren't there. And then we had a mid-season explosion. Week 4 saw a complete different turnaround. Croutons were a monster. They've brought both our top seed and second seed to map 3. Haven't quite beaten them yet. The only ones they have beaten are Glitch in the past, but it's still a massive improvement from what we've seen from them, and we've, like I said, have had several weeks since then for them to continue to grow as players. and do not doubt that has happened at all. That has not happened at all.
Absolutely, just like you mentioned, they've really been able to come together, similar to Glitch. But Croutons have really found their groove, it seems, in terms of playing together and playing with specific comps.
We're going to be going into Lijiang Tower for our first match. For our first map. Now, this is a Croutons pick. I do also like this for the thing that for the composition we saw from Glitch. Right, they're really liking to play that Reinhardt. Really love to sort of speed into the back line and find the picks there. And I thought that whenever Glitch was able to play as a team, as a unit, into that Reinhardt rush, they played extremely well, even against Ember.
Yeah. 100%. They were able to use Reinhardt's abilities, charge in there, buy a little bit of space, push the other team back, and that really opened up all kinds of opportunities for their DPS to come in, get a couple picks here and there. We saw almost every single time that they would, Reinhardt would speed in, they'd follow behind, Reinhardt would get 1 or 2 picks, and the DPS would get 1 or 2 picks, and it worked extremely well. And Lijiang Tower is a perfect map for that to be able to go extremely well all over again.
Absolutely. And so we're going to be seeing picks here as Croutons is going to be going with Gumball on the Ramatra, and Glitch, of course, is sticking with this rush composition with the Reinhardt and Crowvoid on that Reaper. It's going to be very interesting to see how these two compositions react with each other, and just the absolute mush of pile and meat that's going to be meeting each other on the point here as we walk out of spawn.
Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to see the Gumball versus Funtime Cold matchup. The Reinhardt versus Ramatra is going to be really interesting to see how it plays out here. Is like we see both teams starting to move towards the center.
Symmetric turret to bring Croutons into the point, but it was Glitch there first with that Lucio speed boost, beating them to the point. And now they have a massive advantage here. Glitch finding a immediate pick on the guy named Crowwood to get one. Gumball's able to trade out the immortality field, but it's just not enough. Gumball presses forward here. And then his immediate first fight there for the side of Glitch, who had a very solid rotation and being warmed up, I feel like, from that previous match that we saw from them. Find the first fight win. Funtime Cold cleaning up with 3.
Yeah, Funtime Cold there just swinging the hammer and getting kills, doing a great job of it. But Glitch just came in extremely well and extremely fast and was able to beat them towards the point, and that kind of forced the Croutons to back up a little bit. And Glitch really capitalized on that, moving in, allowing Crowvoid on the Reaper getting several picks.
We're going to be seeing a swap over here to the Junkrat, spamming into the backline, trying to find any picks that can. It's able to get 1. It might be able to find 2. It does trade out. Crowwood able to pick up Gainu, but not before Gainu finds 1. Quest able to pick up Funtime Cold as Glitch tries to push in, but it's just not enough. Croutons going to be separating the defense here, doing a great job at it. You've got to watch out for Crowwood as a Reaper, though, and Hobak's going to be able to pick off Ghost Dragon. Finds a second one as well, that Lucio being an absolute menace on the point. And once again, Glitch are going to be able to hold on here as Croutons not quite able to finish what they started.
Croutons had a great play there, splitting Glitch up, allowing them into the point, and removing that forward advantage that we mentioned was so powerful for Glitch. But Hobak on the Lucio, able to just jump in there, speed his team in, and then the Lucio themselves getting several picks. So it was really great play there, again, just taking space and capitalizing on the advantage you get from just speeding into their team.
Funtime Cold with their Shatter, he finds 1, it finds 2, it's actually going to be a pick there. Picking that up with 3, and that's going to be immediate fight win from the side of Glitch. What a beautiful shatter there. Ambushed around the corner. Croutons didn't see it coming. And now this is going to be last fight with 82% and counting on the point here.
And a great sneaky shatter there. Waiting patiently for several of the team to get in and then catching both supports with that, not allowing them to have any heals from their support. It's extremely beneficial, and that's really what gave them that great opportunity there.
5 seconds remaining as the Annihilation comes out from the side of Gumball. A hugely powerful ultimate with the addition of the Death Balls from the side of Gumball. Going to be finding Funtime Cold. The Immortality Field there, keeping them alive for so long. Glitch able to pick off 1, but it's just not enough. Croutons able to pick off 4, make that 5 with Gainu picking up the rest. And there's going to be a point flip here as it's just Hobak on the point. Will eventually be found, and that will be Croutons taking the point.
An excellent job there, using the Annihilation, such a powerful ultimate in order just to run in, because Annihilation forces Glitch to back up. Again, removing that forward advantage that they had, that sitting on spawn, they have to back up now, wait for the Croutons to come in, try to get Annihilation to end, and it did a really excellent job of securing those picks with there.
Funtime Cold going to be running in immediately, finding Gainu. The Junkrat found in the backline, and Mr. Mishra's trying to keep Glitch alive as they take that advantage here. Do end up flipping it over as the wall comes down from the side of Croutons. So does the Soundbreaker as well. Penguin's able to pick up Gumball and themselves with that. But Funtime Cold, the Reinhardt on the point, just having a fun time with it. As always, we have a 1v1. Quest able to pick it up eventually. Overtime is ticked down and you won't be able to touch. That will be Glitch, taking the first portion of this map.
Great first point there for Funtime Cold.
Score 0.
And it seemed like there was never a time where Reinhardt was not within distance of hammering somebody. It seemed they were just constantly swinging and constantly getting damage done and getting pick after pick. It seemed every time they rush in. With the help from Hobak speeding them in, Hobak as well getting several picks there. We saw at the end them just baiting out Quest, waiting patiently, kind of bobbling them back and forth, not allowing them to get to point with the rest of the team. And that was a really smart play to separate them. And it really paid off there.
Yeah, it did. And one thing I really like about what Glitch is doing at the finals is we've talked very often that they're very good at swapping, they're very good at finding a strategy, but they've never had an identity, and that's something that every other team has found. I think they found it today with this Reinhardt Rush composition that they've been working on the past couple of weeks. It's been going very well for them so far. Funtime Cold gets in deep. The Immortality Field there to keep him up alive. Gumball gets traded out, but Quest can be able to pick him up with that Bastion swap now. Going to be melting the enemy tank. Crowboy does eventually get found as well. That will be Croutons finding the picks, finding the first fight win as the stragglers from Glitch try to hold on as long as possible.
And that Bastion switch from Soldier off to Soldier from Quest, really already paying off. Such a smart pick there. Bastion doing so much damage so quickly will allow them to melt the Reinhardt shield, try to pace out the DPS, really do a lot of damage really quickly so they aren't able to take that space. And it, just like we've mentioned so many times already this map, taking space is so important, and Bastion kind of removes their ability to do that.
Funtime Cold going to be the first one to walk on point. The rest of the team isn't quite with them. The Immortality Field doesn't come in time, and Funtime Cold will be found. Hobak will be picked off as well, and that's going to be a very quick fight there from the side of Croutons as they're going to be climbing 30% and counting here. Gumball able to straggle out Crow Void as well, and then they fall back to regroup.
A smart regroup there. Gumball did push up, try to get that extra pick, stagger that Reaper. Really smart play, still able to survive thanks for the help of Penguin and Ghost Dragon on the supports. Ghost Dragon right now on the board is doing a great job.
Window there from the side of Glitch, going to be giving Galactic Rose so much damage. The Sound Barrier there to keep the rest of the Croutons alive, and Gumball going to be activating that Annihilation. Galactic Rose almost gets picked up, but a very nice rotation there from the side of Glitch, trying to stay alive, trying to continue to separate the rest of the team. They get traded out here. Crowboy's still on point. It's a Reaper 1v1 right now. They won't quite be able to do it. Oh, Mr. Mister still on point. It's, nope, not quite enough. Croutons will continue holding on there. Very close fight, though.
And Kainoob with the great Reaper play, just securing picks, cleaning up the point, doing a great job of stalling it out for the Croutons. Able to get that pick on Crowvoid, which really allowed them, but Glitch already back and ready to fight.
There's that Bastion, and once again going that turret form there, waiting this out Glitches. That's a very smart move, but Galactic Rose, it does end up picking off Quest, and that's absolutely massive there. Now Funtime Cold able to push out a little forward. There's the death blow, it's absolutely massive. It finds 4 with the pop of the Immortality Field, and that will be that fight solidly going to Croutons with 90% and counting.
Absolutely insane. Kainoob just finding themselves in the middle of Glitch's team, just hitting Q and getting several.
Massive shadow just to try to get to the point the Annihilation Ultimate is used and slowly taking away life points. Nobody's able to get there in time. And Croutons will be taking the second portion. We're going to .3 on this map.
Just barely missed it. And now we're going one more round here on Lijiang Tower.
Absolutely, we're going to see this replay here. That Kainoob Blossom, absolutely gnarly. Quest does go down, but Kainoob says, not today or not. Immortality Field pops, and there it is. Finds 4, beautiful stuff.
Absolutely amazing. Almost picture perfect, that play.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at, stat-wise, Kainoob is 5,200 damage. Just slightly behind, slightly ahead of Crowvoid. I apologize, blanking on a word, so I know how to talk. And both of these teams are going to be meeting here on Gardens, as they're going to be meeting each other in White Room.
Yeah, not many changes for either team either.
Quest going to be immediately picking up Funtime Cold. Galactic Rose going to take that and battle away the Bastion regardless. Gumball, though, with that Ramatra Annihilation ability, the Brawl ability, just has so much free space to get so much quick burst damage in that it doesn't really matter. Glitch will be found out there with Gumball picking off 3 or 4.
And Crowvoid there, just trying to sustain, trying to get a pick, maybe a little bit more damage. But Crouton's just able to live, again, thanks to the help of their supports. Now just kind of stabilizing on point, slowing it down, regrouping. Glitch coming back, already ready to fight again. No changes made. We're already ready for this next fight.
Once again, team's gonna be meeting this time over the bridge, and once again, Ramontra's that brawl ability just able to go through the shield, just so strong against a team as Glitch is trying to play as such a strong unit. Just not enough though, and Glitch will be picked off there. The Ramontra doing wonders on this team.
Yeah, it's a fantastic play from Gumball, using the the tightness of that bridge. That pummel ability just goes right through every single character and shield, so there's nothing to block it. They're all right there, hitting every single member of the team with that.
All right, we're going to be meeting each other here on the bridge. There is a call for a pause, as is with live production. Sometimes things happen. But yeah, no, I really liked, Glitch came out swinging on the Reinhardt. Now we've seen this response, right, from the side of Croutons that has played very, very, very well with that Ramontra comp.
Absolutely, and again, it's really smart. Ember is right now a team that wants to be all in your face constantly, like we saw that first point. Always in your face, always swinging that hammer on somebody, and it's paying off extremely well. But that switch to Bastion from the side of Quest was genius in the fact that Bastion requires the entire team to slow down and try to wait that out. And that really plays against the strengths of Glitch, forcing them to wait for a few seconds, slow down, think about what they do while that ability expires. And if they don't, as we've seen, Bastion's able to get 1 or 2 picks every single time they don't. And so Croutons are being really smart right now and working to avoid what makes Glitch so strong.
No, absolutely. I totally agree. I think the Bastion swap was absolutely key to the performance that we're seeing from Croutons post the first point. Because Bastion just acts as somebody that can melt anybody, including tanks. And as we've seen with how aggressive Glitch wants to be, we are just sort of running into the Bastion. Not that that's necessarily a terrible thing, but not quite able to find the value we get of chasing down the support line, right? Not quite able to find the value of getting anybody close enough, because as soon as you try for that, the Bastion is going to burst you down all that damage, and it's going incredibly well for the side of Croutons.
Absolutely, and as we've mentioned before in the past in previous streams, Bastion is one of my favorite characters. So to be able to see them not just played, but also played extremely well in a situation like this is so much fun for me. But like you mentioned, the Croutons supports right now are playing so well, and Croutons as a whole are being really smart again by sticking so close together, so tight as a team, and that allows Moira, Lucio, their supports to just spray. Moira can just spray everybody, heal them all at once. Lucio can speed boost the whole team, shift to healing when needed, and they're guaranteed that everyone is receiving that healing because of how well the Croutons are playing together. And again, that's just another testament to how far they've come both as a team and in their individual teamwork, and just being part of a team can really help in situations like that. It's perfect. The communication and the teamwork play so well together to allow both of their supports to do as well as they have.
And that's something that we, like you said, have seen over the course of the season, right? Every single one of these teams, if they took their form as they are now, would be able to beat would be able to beat the players as they were 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, technically, considering the 2-week break. And that is something to just take note of, right? Over the past couple months, we've seen this sort of we've seen this sort of development. We've seen it continue to grow. And one of those key things, one of those key notes, I would say, is to both these teams, both to Glitch and Croutons, who Glitch finally finding an identity, finally finding a strategy they really want to go for. We're going to be heading back into the map. 41% counting for the side of Croutons is Glitch going to be pulling back a little bit, rotating.
Both teams right now just trying to find a grasp, find a place to stay.
Ghost Dragon's able to use the damage on the Defiant Galactic Rose as they try to rotate to White Room. So much damage going there. The Immortality Foot big, absolutely huge for the side of Glitch. Crovoid's able to pick off Gumball. The Ramontra is no longer there, but you keep Quest alive and he's able to find too much damage. Crovoid once again in the backline trying to find anything they can, but Croutons have come up with a strategy that is simply working.
Absolutely. Ooh, a crazy headshot there from Kainu onto Hobak to get that last pick. But like you mentioned, crazy smart plays again, positioning themselves in such a way that Glitch can't get in there. I mean, when you have a Bastion and turret form on one side and then a Ramontra with Pummel on the other, it's really hard to find a place to play.
85% counting. This is the last fight. Galactic Rose going to be getting aggressive, going to be trying to burst down. They get so close. Kind of able to activate the blossom to find Mr. and Hobak. And this might be it for the side of Glitch. Glitch was able to pick off Quest, but it's just not enough. 97% counting. That is a team wipe there, and that will be Croutons taking the first map.
Amazing job there for the Croutons. Let's see this play of the game.
Absolutely, we're going to be seeing this beautiful blossom here from the side of Gainoob. I believe this was, yep, here it is. We're going to be, once again. You can't watch this enough. Immortality Field tries to save the rest of the team, but it's just so perfectly placed, finding 4. I mean, what more could you ask for from a Reaper Blossom?
Absolutely beautiful. And again, playing so well. The Croutons did a great job of separating the team. You know, what was their weakness there in the first point of that map? They really made into their strength by separating Glitch, you know, flipping the card on them, separating them apart, pulling them apart, and just playing in 2 separate places. And Glitch just not able to react to that in a way because of it. And it's super smart, again, on the Croutons. Just throwing so many different abilities in so many different places, you really have to choose. You have to pick your poison, in a sense,
yes,
as to what you're going to die to. When your Ramatra's on one side of you, you know, just throwing fists into your whole team, and the Bastion's on the other side. You know, it's really difficult to choose which side to heal or which side to block.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if I was a Reinhardt in this situation, and I play Reinhardt quite a bit, I think I would just try to bait out the Bastion turret or something on those lines. Eliminate one of the obstacles, or at least separate one of the obstacles. If they're separating you, you need to separate them so that they can't separate you. It's kind of a yes, no, yes, 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 no kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Zeros and ones. That's all I gotta say. True, false, the whole shebang. And taking care of either the Ramatra or either the Bastion is going to allow Glitch to have a much easier time at doing what they want to do, which is get to that backline, get that Reinhardt to the backline, allow that Hammer to find the picks they need. We're going to be going into Havana for a second map. That'll be cool. Interesting pick here because I believe this is Loser's pick. So this is Glitch's pick.
Yep. And Havana is an interesting map here. It could allow Glitch, especially in the later points, to kind of, just like you mentioned, the importance of separating the Croutons. You've got to really, if they are separating you is bad, you have to separate them, I think is what you said, and that's
yes,
perfect. And this is the map to do it. The first point, you've got 2 ways to path, really kind of separating them. You've got this long tunnel to get there. Second point, you know, you've got 2 high grounds on either side. You've got the way through the middle, so there's several ways they could kind of path to get around them or path to be able to jump on them and attack them. So I think this could be a really smart pick for the side of Glitch.
And we saw it nearly work against Ember, right? We saw this rotation of the Reinhardt trying to go around, trying to get, excuse me, I apologize, trying to get to the back line as quickly as possible. And that did find a lot of value. We've been seeing this Reinhardt from Fun Time Cold find so many purchases, find so many kills. It just hasn't quite resulted in a team win, in a map win yet.
Absolutely. But this could be the map to do it. Again, especially towards that second point, you've got that heavy brawl. You know, Glitch can speed in there, you know, get those kills just like they have in the past and done so well with it. But it might be a little trickier for points like, you know, the third point where it's the long sidelines, and up till the end, there's really nowhere to brawl successfully where you can't get poked out by a Bastion, for example.
Right, and so whenever you're dealing with that long sideline Bastion, whenever you're dealing with something that you can't reach in time to kill it, I think really the best strategy here is just to bait out cooldowns. Try to find some way to force them to make a mistake. If you can force them to make a mistake, then they can't, or it's going to be way harder for them to pressure you on your mistakes.
Definitely. Like you said, if you're able to bait out that Bastion, you know, that attack form, the Sentry, they're really without that ability for a long time. And, you know, they've got 10 seconds to be able to react to that and move in and capture the team. And 10 seconds is a really long time in Overwatch terms when, you know, you can just have 3 picks in the 10 seconds and the team fights 1.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 10 seconds is an eternity, and so that's what you need to play around, right? That's the Bastion turret that is just does so much damage, stops any push potential from the side of Glitch. Needs to be the biggest thing you look out for, and we're going to be seeing Glitch playing it slow, going to be taking the right side of the room. Croutons really responding to that. The speed immediately is going to be able to find Gainoob. Runtime Cole's going to play a little bit back away from Quest. He's going to be activating that turret form. Perfect. Quest is going to pick up a Crowboy, and Runtime Cold is going to have an absolute field day. Gumball activates the brawl form, trying to find any of these squishies, but it's a beautiful disengagement from the side of Glitch, and they're going to be eventually finding Penguin. Now it's just Gumball on the point. He's extremely low. Crowboy's able to pick him off, and that will be a first fight win for the side of Glitch.
Crovoid with the excellent job on the cleanup there. But a really great play from Glitch, just like we said, you know, rotating around, trying to bait out. They made the Bastion have to jump down. Bastion was just slightly late because they saw where the Bastion was playing and they were able to move around it. But it looks like Croutons are already coming back. They're kind of restaging, grouping together, ready to engage this kind of corner area of this map.
Absolutely. They're going to get around this first corner, as you mentioned. Gumball is back. He's going to be putting a lot of pressure on the front line. Who gets down very low. Is going to be found eventually. Crovoid is able to pick off Guy move to trade out, but now that you're down to tank, you've got to play a little bit safe, especially since nobody can now reach that Bastion. And Glitch will be doing your stat that was playing back a little bit. Gumball, he gets aggressive, he gets down to 1 HP. It's a 1v1 right now. Crovoid trying to clean it off will be actually the ultimate, the Annihilation ultimate. Plus me picking up Galactic Rose, he tries to pressure them out. The wall comes through from the side of Glitch. It's so much extra damage for them. They continue to go through. The Blossom comes through, he's able to pick off one. Penguin goes down. Ghost Dragon goes down. Both supports are now dead for the side of Croutons. And Glitch once again find a fight victory here.
Yeah, with this cleanup here, we're really able to push the payload just a little bit further, but Crovoid with that teleport Blossom working wonders, taking out both supports and cleaning up the Bastion, but both teams did have to use ultimates there to do it, so they're able to move in. It's looking like Croutons might contest this one thing hard. Jesse.
There's the Shadow that's able to pick off one. Penguin does go down. Quest does not fall though, and now Quest has free reign to take out Funtime Cold. Ghost Dragon in the backline as well. Glitch lose their tank, but they still have a lot of point pressure. The Immortality Field there to keep the backline alive as Gainu is trying to pick them off. Gets down incredibly low themselves. Will retreat, and it will not retreat in time. Crovoid's able to pick off Gainu, and that will be the point capture there from the side of Glitch as they have 4 minutes on the clock. Nice attempt there from the side of Croutons, but it just wasn't quite enough.
Crovoid there winning the Reaper duel, securing that pick, and then jumping onto Quest right after, you know, staggering the Bastion. Now they're having to wait to be a full 5 for a while now that the spawns have moved back because of that capture. Glitch has a huge advantage here.
Ultimates online for both teams. Are going to be seeing what is used and where. As Glitch is going to push underneath the bridge. You're going to make it past that real quick. Ultimates come out there. There's a missile barrage, the Bastion missile barrage. Not able to find anybody. The sound barrier does come through from the side of Croutons as well. Gonna give them a massive health bonus and allow them to play even more aggressive. Quest is able to pressure out Galactic Rose, and that will be Glitch. Glitch's attack falling here as Gumball's gonna be cleaning up in the backline, and so is Quest. Croutons now find a solid foot to stand on.
Absolutely, Croutons, it looks like possibly taking this in there with the last pick. Definitely taking this, using only 2 ultimates of their own. Now they're restabilizing on the high ground, trying to group up as a team. Glitch regrouping as well, trying to figure out where to come in, and Croutons doing a really good job there of maintaining their space. Again, it's so important to keep your space, and Glitch has been doing such a fantastic job of separating them that now the Croutons are really buckling down.
Gumball playing it safe, smart decision there not to take this right now. Glad to go ahead and look for some value. There's the Blossom. Crovoid gets booped away though by a beautiful move from the side of Penguin. Will actually get traded up on the side of Ghost Dragon, but Funtime goes there to pick off Gumball and trade. Quest though, that Bastion is still alive and doing so much damage. Gets down low, will eventually get picked off, but it's trades left for front and center with Galactic Rose the only one standing. Glitch once again going to find themselves on the retreat.
And yeah, Glitch moving back a little bit, only using 1 ult there, you know, really stabilizing against. Saw that they had kind of been separated early because of the boop from the side of Penguin, knocking that Blossom off. Really smart play there, but now Glitch, again, moving into the point, trying to take that high ground once again.
Here we go, Gainu with a Blossom and trade. Oh my goodness, it's able to find 2. The Immortality Field going to be saving the rest of the team, but it won't be enough. Once again, Glitch will get picked off there. I believe Funtime Cold tried to follow that up with a Shatter, but nobody was left alive to capitalize on it. And Glitch, we're once again sent back to spawn room with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Croutons have a phenomenal defense here.
Another perfect Blossom there by Gainu, cut just a little bit short by their death, but the rest of the team was able to, you know, follow up on that and capitalize on them being next to 0 health.
Now Glitch isn't out of this yet, but you've got to watch out for Quest. Going to be putting on so much damage inside of Funtime Cold. Galactic was a little bit to take him out before Funtime Cold falls, but Gainu was there to follow up. And we're trying to keep Glitch alive at all, not quite there. The Annihilation ultimate as well from the side of Gumball, trying to find the remaining value, but Galactic Rose is staying so safe. keeping the DPS fight alive. Might be able to do it. Couple hits down low. Galactic was able to pick them off. This might be Glitch's time to win, but it's a 1v1 and DPS are able to do it. And now they're officially back past the bridge. Quest is back to inside of Pigman's speed boost, and this could be Crouton's time to recontest.
And, you know, Quest is caught in that little war from the circle.
Teammates coming back from both teams now. Glitch brought Funtime Cold back. The Lucio speed boost were absolutely key in both attack and defense there. The potential for the attack and the defense there. Bringing teammates back with 20 seconds remaining. This is going to be the last fight.
100%. Last fight at this point, already set up and ready to go.
Funtime Cold smartly playing back, trying not to die here. There's the Bastion Barrage. Back almost goes down. Quest able to pick up the immortality field, but nobody else falls to it. Penguin's able to pick up Funtime Cold. Sound barrier not used. Glitch falls down with 5 seconds remaining on the point. They're not able to get the second. And Croutons will get a team kill there. And as overtime ticks down, will hold at second point.
Great job there from the Croutons. Couple unused ults being brought out there at the end. But what I thought was going to be the Croutons' weakest point ended up being their strongest. They were able to stop Glitch's progression right there. And, you know, towards the end, it looked like Glitch was maybe able to come back, but the Croutons recognized that they were getting staggered and worked together to kind of prevent that from happening. You know, they grouped up, engaged his 5 right at that last second, and that's what allowed them to get that victory. You know, engaging his 5, Glitch wasn't quite there with their full team yet, and Croutons were able to get those extra kills, you know, really capitalize on that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Croutons, the Bastion Barrage brought Funtime Cold down to such low health that Lucio was able to pick him off eventually, and that's just what you do. You find value with anything you can get, especially whenever it's last fight. Ultimates are key, and Croutons executed theirs very well. The Mr. Barrage able to find Funtime Cold on that Reinhardt and sort of crumbled the attack there that was from the side of Glitch. Croutons now have a very clear objective here. Get to second point or get just outside of second point, and we win the series. Speaking of winning the series and the tournament as a whole, whoever loses this match is done for the day. This is loser's bracket. This is the fight to stay alive.
Absolutely extremely high stakes moving into this defense for Glitch. You know, making a couple changes compositionally, and I think really smart changes as well to really counteract what Croutons have been throwing at them.
Galactic Rose trying to take off some heads from the spawn. Not quite able to find anything.
On the Widow.
Slow crawl here from both teams. Quest does get down low, but it's just not quite a kill purchase yet. And beautiful spam from the top ropes. Funtime Cold's gonna be able to pick up Quest, Crowboy as well, Galactic Rose, each finding picks they need, and Croutons weren't expecting this sort of slow crawl defense.
Absolutely not. Just by the way they rotated, you know, it looked like they were not at all ready for them to be not just playing on high ground, but also switching up the comp the way that they had, you know, taking a lot of spam damage from Funtime Cold on the Sigma.
Absolutely. Now Glitch is going to be forced to fall here. They're going to have to try to contest point. Gumball activates the brawl form, going to be picking off Hoback very quickly. Make that 2. Ramontra doing such a good job at just constantly pushing into the backline, finding the picks they need, and this will be the crumble of the defense here. As Funtime Cold tries anything they can to stay alive. Quest able to pick off Mr. Funtime Cold will eventually fall down, and this will be first point captured by the side of Croutons.
Another great example there of Gumball, you know, using shift, getting into the back of their team and taking off 1 or 2 before they have to shift back into the smaller form.
Hoback going to be finding Ghost Dragon. Very solid pick. It's just a staggering fight here. 5 minutes on the clock. Glitch is trying to burn as much time as possible before Croutons got any progress. I don't mind that strategy.
No, definitely pretty smart there. You know, not only does it allow them to regroup as 5, but it also stalls that payload just for a little bit, you know, allowing them to do one big group ready for the next fight.
Mr. sort of getting pressured out here. Gonna be careful really not to get picked off. This Glitch is gonna want to fight as a full 5.
Widow once again just looking for a headshot, trying to get an early pick to help win that fight.
Crow Void is gonna get down by Quest. His Quest takes that bridge with the turret form. Just not enough healing or damage there to take out Quest before he's able to get you. Hoback trying to finish it off, but it's just not enough. The anti-nade comes in. Kind of forced to use the fade, so he doesn't have that anymore. And now with the nano boost onto Funtime Cold, it looks like they're wanting to try to sort of damage, overpower this attack from the side of Croutons.
Absolutely. And with that nano, that really cost them a lot of extra health. And the spam from Funtime Cold getting another several picks while holding that. But what looked like might have been a winnable fight for Gainoob, you know, just the Sigma with 1 health and the Ana behind them. With that nano, really flipped the turn against Gainoob. They had to back up, trying to get out quickly, but again, you know, Crovoid coming up from the flank on the soldier, allowing them to get that pick, and now Croutons are really waiting now, trying to get a full 5 fight.
Glitch going to want to play a little bit careful here, but yes, Mr. Nano probably saved this defense. Now Glitch has a chance to sort of find another defense. Glitch was able to pick off Gainoob, and the attack riser comes in from this side of Crovoid, finding the space they need to pick off 2. Guy make that 3. His quest goes down as well. The Annihilation ult comes through for the side of Von Gumball, but all alone, I don't know how much value he's going to be able to find. He will eventually get shut down there, and that's a beautiful defense there from the side of Glitch.
Great Annihilation there, but better visor, allowing them to get almost all the picks on the side of the Croutons. Crovoid doing a fantastic job of just keeping that high ground, looking for picks on a lot of the smaller characters, the squishy characters, getting those extra picks, taking out the supports, and Gumball with the Annihilation just not able to sustain without the supports helping them.
Now this next push, Glitch is going to have a tall order against them as the Bastion ultimate comes out to harass the squishies on the high ground. It's not going to quite find the marks, a little bit of a map glitch there. Unfortunate, but Croutons still have plenty of resources to go through. They activate the Coalescence there to try to force the high ground away. The Flux comes through as well. They're able to pick off 2. The Beats is there to, as a sort of response. Penguin able to pick off Electric Rose in turn. That Beats absolutely massive, going to allow Croutons to get back on their feet, going to allow them to continue pressing forward here. Quest able to pick off Mr. That's one massive heal down now for the side of Glitch as the Funtime Cold Nano once again comes out. But Gumball is there to keep it away. Funtime Cold able to pick off 1. Crow able to pick off Quest. It's just the Ramontra left on point. 2 minutes still remaining. They have to live. Oh my goodness. Gainoob still on point though. Galactic Rose trying to stall it as long as possible. Well, it's surviving for so long, by the way. Somebody will get there in time, but it's still a big ask here. 1 meter left. Soundbearer coming up from the side of Glitch to keep the rest of the team alive. Gainoob's going to be acting the Death Blossom. Gonna try to run away. Hobag's not going to do it. Crovoid falls. And Croutons will be taking the map of the series 2-0 against a stellar defense and just team overall that we saw from Glitch today.
Absolutely. And here's Gumball on the Ramontra. Just cleaning up kills off of that, that great Blossom, just really allowing them, using their abilities to clean those up, secure those kills, and we showed how important it was in order to get those.
Absolutely. We saw multiple plays there from Funtime Cold. I really love the way that Glitch came out today. They might be out of the tournament for now, but they played very well. They had an identity. They found what they wanted to do, and they adapted to that. Even when it didn't work, they were still able to swap and still able to find very good use out of the Sigma poke composition against what Croutons tried to throw. Croutons will be continuing forward. You're going to be seeing them in the next match. But yeah, this was overall very well done from both of our teams, and I'm excited to see the rest of this tournament.
Absolutely. And Funtime Cold on the Sigma, like we said, doing so well, being so powerful, such a force there. But Croutons were able to work around that, make adjustments of their own in order to counteract that. And I think they did an excellent job, but overall, a fantastic showing from both teams. Croutons, again, will be moving on. Glitch, unfortunately, knocked out for this tournament and for the rest of the season. But Glitch, again, has just shown such great growth throughout this season. It was a ton of fun watching them. I'm looking forward to see what their players do next season.
Absolutely. Well, if the team play continues to be as exciting and as well thought out as it has been tonight, I cannot wait to see our future matches. You're going to be seeing that in just a few minutes. We're going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and we are back for more Oath Finals. So, we've had a few matches going on today, a whole lot of excitement. All the teams have been doing perfectly, and just a whole lot of awesomeness.
Yep.
The matchup that we have right now is Croutons versus Rush, which is a rematch. It wasn't streamed whenever they played the first time, but it will be streamed this time. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so Rush was able to 2-0 Croutons the first time, and Croutons was able to come back against Glitch in a 2-0 as well. So Croutons has come off a really good win here. They're going to be able to maybe learn some things from that, maybe figure it out, and they'll be playing against them again. So we'll actually get to see now if they're able to kind of come back. And I personally would really like to see something like that happen.
Oh yeah, no, that would be exciting. And the first map that we are going to be going on to is Ilios, which is it's an awesome map. I love that map. What are your thoughts on it?
Fun control map, and specifically is a little memed a little bit because you can play Roadhog and you just kind of hook people, or play Lucio and just kind of boop them into the hole. But Ilios overall, definitely fun map. I do like Ilios overall.
Yeah, it's amazing. Also, quick shout out to our sponsors for today's event. We really appreciate you guys, and we could not make this happen without you guys, so we really appreciate it. Thank you all very much. And so let's talk a little bit about Rush and Croutons here. So Rush did beat them today. Croutons are looking to turn that around and use that as fuel to beat Rush.
Yeah.
This time.
And we have yet to see Rush on stage 2.
Yeah.
So we don't exactly know how they kind of tend to play, what kind of comps they tend to run, what heroes they tend to play. But we will be getting in that soon. We'll get to see that. But we did end up seeing Croutons the first time. Gumball on that Ramatra.
There you go.
On it again.
Yeah, and we do see Supernova on Widowmaker, and we will see a Pharmacy as well, which is always exciting.
Especially on a map like Ilios 2. But we will be getting right into it. Having that Lucio speed Croutons to that site, be able to beat Rush there. That Pharmacy already shooting onto Croutons.
Yeah, there we go. He's up in the sky, just straight over the shield, just doing tick damage now. Already a quarter way to his ult, trying to get this Bastion pick, but Bastion actually takes him out. We do see Silver trade that Bastion too, but one DPS down for both teams.
Oh, but the flank here from the Reaper.
A really good job on his part. Carnage gets a double kill, taking out both supports for the enemy team. Gumball getting Carnage out too, which means that Rush is now down to take. Supernova taking out Gainu, which means that they are down a support. Gumball getting taken out by Dragon.
Yeah, Gumball just really kind of trying to survive there after all the supports have been taken out, but Rush will end up beating them there and be able to first take that point. Now starting to get some pressure in onto them. You see Carnage getting a little bit aggressive here, able to throw that 6 shield there.
What
Get
a
some
rock.
Yeah, what a nice rock there.
Ooh.
The Pharmacy Dragon able to get a nice pick on to Ghost Dragon.
Puts him straight on the ground as well with his ability. Carnage, his shield goes down, throws him the rock and hits Gainu with it too. We do see Ramatra trying to take some space up, doesn't really get to. We do see Dragon Gamer popping his ult, taking out
Nemesis 4 will come out. Gumball at 13 HP down to 7. Gets taken out though. Dragon Gamer and this little Pharmacy here is doing wonders for Rush right now. Almost halfway to the point taken by Rush. Croutons starting to group up again in point while still being poken out from Dragon Gamer all the way in spawn. Crouton's gonna try to maybe flank around here.
Yeah, they might. It looks like they,
There we go there. And we see
Gumball in already,
pops
gonna
his
pop that
ultimate.
ult.
Launches him into the sky too. Really good job. Silver falls off the map. Dragon Gamer gets a pick onto the enemy Moira. Gumball left at 80 HP, just trying to walk in there at this point. K-Was taking out by Dragon. Gainu taking out Supernova now. And we do see the Ramattra get taken out by Carnage here. Dragon Gamer trying to take out Gainu does get him out for Rush winning this team fight.
Yeah, Carnage doing a really good job there of when Gumball pops that ult,
Yeah.
Gumball needs to be close to people because that's how Annihilation works. The longer it goes longer and longer if you are able to stay in range of somebody. And that flux from Carnage, able to hold them off. And as they're going to keep the site, going to have to push in. Gumball just using Nemesis form to push in there, but is taken out really quickly by Carnage. And the boot from Penguin, knocking Silver in. It's trades after trades here.
Really good job by Carnage too. Gainu taking out Supernova. Dragon Gamer taking out Ghost Dragon, which means Carnage is stuck on this point trying to take out this Lucio. Dragon Gamer pops his ultimate, gets Gainu here. Dragon Gamer gets Penguin as well. Good job on his part, pushing the Ramattra back, and they will get point 1, 100-0.
That will be a flawless round for Rush there. And we were talking about at the beginning, that Farm Mercy there with Dragon Gamer is just really seemingly oppressive against the Croutons here. So they're going to have to kind of figure out how they can play against that, how they're going to start figuring out how to adapt to that Farm Mercy there. Got to be able to take that out, because if you can take that out, that's a lot of oppression and a lot of damage on Russia's side that you are able to get rid of and then are able to start putting the pressure on a side, especially Gumball on Ramattra having a lot of close range utility, but the Farm Mercy just out of range there.
Yeah. And we do see the Bastion switch to Torbjorn, which is really nice. Carnage actually is going Doomfist now too. So
yeah, yet to see Doomfist.
Yeah, that's always exciting.
A little bit of comp switches here. Croutons is almost entirely different, but Gumball's still there. Ramattra, an initial pick, and 2 from Dragon Gamer. 3 now.
Oh my gosh.
Can he get more? That's 4.
Will he get a penta? Oh, Silver gets the final kill there for a team kill automatically on Rush. Really good job on Dragon Gamer. Already 41% towards his ultimate.
Yeah, that Farm Mercy just again showing how powerful that is, how much Dragon Gamer can get here. Rush already starting to pull this point in their favor. Now all they got to do is do exactly what they did last round and continue holding Croutons off that point. This Farm Mercy just sitting here waiting. Carnage trying to bait out a little bit.
Oh, Supernova uses his recall. Supernova getting the turret there. Dragon Gamer getting Guy Noob as well. Carnage trying to destroy this Ramattra, does not get it. Does jump on Ghost Dragon, taking out Supernova now. We do see somebody contesting point. It is Ramattra just holding down the trigger here, trying to get anybody he can. Gets taken out. K-West is taking out Dragon Gamer as well. We did see Dragon Gamer pop his ultimate and get Penguin with it.
Gumball just kind of left in a bad situation there. Rush was able to hold off the rest of Gumball's team from him. And then the people on point are just able to take him out. Carnage cleaning up to now 50% taken for Rush, halfway to a flawless first round.
Yep, and we do see the Pulse Bomb come out here. Carnage using his ultimate too. Getting a double kill. Dragon Gamer getting K-West. And it looks like Croutons will have to back up to not get staggered.
Yeah, Croutons waiting for Quest and Penguin to come back up. Gonna have to play this together here. One last little push. Rush is already at 70% on this point here. They're going to have to make something happen here.
Yeah, and we do see this Farm Mercy just in the sky trying to get any poke damage they can. Doomfist throwing himself at Gumball does connect that punch there too. There we go. And Tracer tried to get into the backline. Did not just so happen to get in there though. Ramattra looking straight at Dragon Gamer. Dragon Gamer getting kept alive here. He does get taken out by Gumball's ultimate. Dragon getting a double kill though.
Annihilation still up. A lot of Russia's players are going down here, but Croutons are also getting traded out too. Gumball's Nemesis finally goes down.
Penguin
with
knocks Silver.
the bash on a Silver.
And Dragon takes out Gumball. And we do
overtime
see
will run out.
Yeah, Rush taking map 1.
A flawless first round for Rush. Rush looking really dominant so far, looking like they really do know how to play against this Croutons team, especially Dragon Gamer here. And will we see that play come out? We will see that play from Dragon Gamer come out here. just a very oppressive farm mercy throughout both points. Here, able to get 4 kills at the very beginning of the round, securing Rush the initial push onto that point, and just able to hold them off. Croutons trying to figure out some way to be able to get that Far Mercy down. And now that we will be on a payload map, see how they decide to play against that.
Yeah, and a really good job by both teams here. Rush did, end up winning that. Good job on Crouton's part. They were showing a lot of pressure. They were on the point a lot. They were contesting the point a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It just came down to Rush having the point while they were contesting from that initial fight.